Are you thinking about purchasing a home in Charlotte, North Carolina, but you're torn between a single family home and a townhome? Today, I'm going to cover 5 pros and 5 cons of purchasing a townhome here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Stick around. This one is going to help you break the tie. If you're new to the channel, my name is Yadi Karina Jones, and I'm a real estate agent with Lifestyle International Realty here in Charlotte and in South Carolina. If you're thinking about making a move to Charlotte, North Carolina, or you already live here and you want to talk all things real estate, feel free to reach out to me via any of the contact information below. Now, if you haven't made a decision yet and you're trying to get there, this is the place to be. I'm covering all things about what it's like to live, work, play, sleep, eat, do it all here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Feel free to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the information that I share on a weekly basis. Now, let's find out what the pros and the cons of purchasing a townhome are. It seems like everywhere I go, a new townhome community is sprouting up. And these townhomes today are offering almost everything you can find in a single family home. We're talking fireplaces, 2-car garages, kitchen islands, walk-in closets, pantries, offices, dining room areas, tray ceilings, crown molding, and much, much more. So you don't always have to feel like you're making a sacrifice if you buy a townhome. But we're going to cover the pros and cons of buying one because there certainly are some benefits and some downsides to getting this type of property. Pro number 1, townhomes require much less maintenance than single family homes. In fact, most communities maintain the exterior of your property as well as the lawn. If something were to go wrong with your roof or, for example, a shutter, that's typically the responsibility of the homeowners association. That being said, you should verify if that is true about the community you're buying into. If it is, then all you have to do is come home and relax because everything else is going to be taken care of. If you decide to go on an extended vacation, that means you don't have to worry about mowing your grass or trimming your trees or your shrubs. And if you were going to hire a landscaping company, you no longer have to worry about that. The homeowners association will maintain it all. But if that weren't the case, if you were living in a single family home, you would have to do that maintenance or hire someone, or else you'll definitely expect some nasty letters from the homeowners association coming your way. Townhomes typically have a lower homeowners policy insurance than single family homes. The reason for this is because homeowners associations are typically maintaining the exterior of the property, so your homeowner's insurance policy really only covers the interior. Of course, this is coming at a cost. You're going to pay about $200 a month or more for your homeowner's insurance fee. But if something were to go wrong with your roof and it has to be replaced, the homeowners association would take care of that at their expense. Of course, you have paid for that ahead of time in your monthly dues, but that is a benefit of living in a townhome. Pro number 3, townhomes are typically less expensive than single family homes. This is one reason that townhomes tend to attract first-time home buyers or people who are wanting to downsize. However, that being said, if you're purchasing a townhome closer to uptown Charlotte, you're probably going to pay a little more than you would for a single family home in the suburbs, or just about the same, because you're much, much closer to the action being near uptown Charlotte. Pro number 4, townhomes in Mecklenburg County, which is the city that Charlotte is located in, tend to be newer than single family homes that are on the market currently. So when I just did a search of townhomes that were between 2,000 to 3,000 square feet, they had 3 to 4 bedrooms, at least 2 bathrooms, and a 2-car garage. None of these were older than the year 2000. However, when I did an equivalent search with single family homes, the oldest home was built in 1969. So your townhome tend to be newer. It's more of a new concept. So you're going to have newer systems, and all of your framing and structural is going to be new as well. So you're not going to have to do as much replacing, repair, and renovations on these townhomes like you would an older single family home. Pro number 5, and this is the best benefit of purchasing a townhome in Charlotte. This is one that you cannot typically get in a single family home, and that is that you can purchase a townhome that has a rooftop. This is especially a cool feature if you purchase closer to Uptown Charlotte, so you'd be able to see the skyline when it's lit up at night. But even if you're not close to Uptown Charlotte, you can have an intimate event with family or friends, or you can have a romantic dinner with your significant other on a rooftop. So this is a really, really cool feature that you really typically only get with townhomes and not your single family home. Now, wherever there is a pro, of course, there's going to be a con. And con number 1 of living in a townhome is the fact that even though you do own the land that your townhome sits on, you are going to get a much smaller lot than you typically get in a single family home. You're not going to see lots that are a quarter of an acre, half an acre, or more like you would in a single family home. Of course, as you get closer to Uptown Charlotte, you're typically not even seeing more than a quarter of an acre, if that much. So the townhome, yes, is going to be a smaller lot, but as time goes on and Charlotte becomes more and more populated, you're starting to see that single family homes don't have as much land as they used to. So this is not as much of a con as it used to be at one time. Con number 2 is that townhomes share a party wall with 1 to 2 units. So if you're an interior unit, you're going to be sandwiched between 2 units. And if you're on an end unit, you're going to share a wall with 1 unit. One of the downsides of this is that you don't get as much natural light as if you lived in a single family home. However, one of the ways to alleviate it is to get that end unit. So you get 3 walls of windows, and typically people who live on the end unit are very, very happy with their townhomes. That doesn't mean you can't be happy with an interior unit, but it could be a little bit more of a noise factor depending on how noisy your neighbors are, if they like to play music, if they are, just loud talkers. So that can be a little bit of a factor. I haven't seen too many people complain about it, but it can happen. Also, I would say that if you are a person that has to have a lot of access to natural light, the townhome type of setting is not going to work for you. It's never going to give you as much light as a single family home. Con number 3 is that townhomes are always going to be affiliated with a homeowners association. That means that you're going to pay a fee on top of your mortgage of about $200 or more, depending on the community. And this is going to cover your exterior maintenance. For the most part, you do have to verify that. But at the same time, it is an additional fee. If you lived in a single family home in an area like Noda or Plaza Midwood, you could very well avoid paying an HOA or a homeowners association fee, and you wouldn't have to be bothered with that fee at all. Of course, it does come at the expense of taking care of all of your exterior maintenance on your own. Con number 4 is that a townhome typically has a lot of stairs, especially if you live in a 3-level or a 4-level townhome. If you have some kind of health issue that prevents you from climbing stairs, a townhome community is just not going to be right for you. You can get townhomes that have a primary bedroom on the main level. However, if it were a 3 or 4 level, and even more so if it has a rooftop, that's going to impede your ability to go and enjoy your rooftop when you want to. Con number 5. Townhomes typically do not have a backyard or a very large backyard, especially if they have a 2-car garage option. Now, I have seen them sometimes in the Huntersville or in the Davidson area, but it isn't common to find a townhome that has a 2-car garage and also has the ability to have a fenced-in backyard. This means that if you have pets that you want them to run around, or if you have small children that you'd like to let loose out in the backyard, that's going to be a hard fit when it comes to a townhome. So now that you know the pros and cons of having a townhome, which one are you going to buy? A single family home or a townhome? Either way, I got you covered. My name is Yadi Karina Jones, and I'm a real estate agent here in Charlotte and the surrounding areas. I also cover South Carolina. If you're thinking about making a move to Charlotte, or you already live here and you're interested in purchasing a new home or selling your home, please feel free to reach out to me via text, phone call, email, set up a Zoom call with me. That is typically my favorite one because I get to see you and you get to see me. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'm inviting you to do so. It means a ton to me when you do. Thanks for watching. See you next time.